Buh. Hello. So, I totally escaped on Thursday, which is nice. Also, thank you, YouTube, for an ad. So, um, so since last week, I totally escaped on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, to stream, but that's okay. I'm here on Monday, like I always am supposed to be. Also, I'm playing some Lo-Fi Christmas just because I work in retail and listening to actual Christmas music all day long puts me in a state of mind of rage. Um, so I was like, yes, let's make the Christmas stuff holiday type stuff. So got some cozy vibes for today. It's also on YouTube. You kind of heard me bicker about it before, but yeah, I ads. If you want the playlist though, where was it? This guy. I just put in Christmas lo-fi. It's a Christmas lo-fi coffee shop stuff. So yeah. Well, hopefully this will last me a bit. Uh, so for Magic Monday, I made some realizations for Carbender. Made some realizations for Carbender. One, in my maybe board, it kind of changed a little bit. I put Chromatic Lantern in there because I was like, right, Chromatic Lantern's a thing. I should probably put that in this deck because all of my vehicles are lands. Who would have thought? Um, Also, SRAM, Senior Edificer. I should probably put him in my deck too because I need a good mechanic to draw me cards. But what am I going to take out? Oh, also, there was a card I saw earlier. Uh, Katara. Tale of Katara and Toph. It's during their bathing excursion that they had. But creatures you control have, when this creature becomes tapped for the first time during each of your turns, put a 1/1 counter on it. I think this card would actually work really well in this deck particular. Because one, I'm already putting 1/1 counters on the creatures. And two, oh, and two, the um like I'm almost always tapping my creatures to crew other creatures, or tapping my vehicles as creatures to crew uh other creatures here. They're also used as lands with Chromatic Lantern, so I think the synergy is just there. Um so I need to replace 3 cards. I'm not getting rid of any of the vehicles. Um I was also looking at my Gave deck because I have a Dave. His name's now Dave. Um, I have a Gave deck, Goro Spores, that is based on putting 1/1 counters across my creatures. Also, loosely based on the spikes. That I wish they would bring back. Because he's kind of a spike himself. Um, so I was like, okay, what can I do there? Down the gain on that a little bit. Um, so I have what? An enchantment, a creature, and an artifact to add. Because I do want to add these. Oh yeah. Uh, I also bought myself. I'll show you later. I have a new plan. Do you need to add? I think that'll work. Okay. Enchantments are nice. Branching Evolution's kind of just there. Like, I have Foundry Inspector, which is always nice. Mossborn Hydra. These two right here, Tireless Tracker and Tireless Provisioner. Tireless Tracker is nice because you get 1/1 counters on them whenever I sacrifice a clue. But this deck really isn't about the clues. So I might take him out for SRAM. Because, one, SRAM I think is cheaper. Yeah. And two, I'm not doing anything but playing my deck. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. But I'm going to slide him into the maybe board. Okay. Boop. Thank you. Automatic counter. Ah! Ad scare. Felidar Retreat. Felidar Retreat's really good, though. Like, in a deck like this, you know what? I'm also going to move this to the maybe board. And put the tail in here. What is automatic? Is it just A? Yeah, it is. Okay. Now I need the Chromatic Lantern. Nice. So I was kind of looking at the artifacts that I already own. Or already have in the deck. Oh. Welcome back from silence. Unwinding Clock. Again, maybe board. because here's my thought process. Chromatic Lantern turns everything into an everything land. Unwinding Clock untaps all of my lands? Artifacts. So it wouldn't... Like, it would untap my vehicles. That's the thing. Also learned I have a few mirror retrievers. It's nice. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. I could put Soul Sisters in this deck if I really wanted to, but they don't really offer anything other than being a 1-drop. I also have a Buried Ruin that I found, which is nice. I don't open packs a lot. Funnily enough, I have 2 of the 3 Verges I need. I have Thornspire and Hushwood Verge. I need Sunbellow though. I need a few different Sunbellows. I need at least 4. I think I would use 3 in standard for my standard deck. Oh yeah, I run a red white dull deck for standard, which I think is funny. Um Rampant Growth, Kodama's Reach, Revisits. Did I have... But yeah, I really enjoy this deck. I love how my vehicle package is only $21 from TCG, which I think is rather funny. The most expensive thing, like always, is my lands. Ah! No, sorry, it's creatures. I forgot. I have Bristly Bill. I have the new Earthbending Master Earthbending Master Toph. And Badgermole Cub, which is exceedingly getting high just because it's fucking broken in standard right now. A 2-drop that makes a land, and it makes a land tap for 2 green. I still think the Chocobo Raceway is nice. Back from silence. And then I'm actually going to put Chocobo Raceway in there. Because Chocobo Raceway was just in there for giggles. Right? Really? Edge of Eternity. I do really like this Sol Ring. The 8th Sol Ring, which I just ordered the rest of my upgrade for Y'shtola, so yay! I have Dismember. I technically already have a Layla. But I just got Sig and High Fate Trickster. So that's always nice. I have these 3. Not that version of that, but I have these 3. I have a pair of Swiftfoot boots. I would prefer to have this one, but what can you do? Another Conduit of Worlds would be nice. Arcane Signets are dime a dozen. Sol Ring I have a few of, so I don't need this Sol Ring, but I would like it. Nettle Cyst. Did I have this one? Modern Horizon 2 promo. Was it just a... Was Nettle Cyst just in? Okay. I might have that. Meh. Not gonna worry about it. I also have a Master Toph, or Metal Bender Toph coming. What else did I order from that? A couple deck boxes because I needed them. Anyway, I think this deck's fine for now. If I find more... Commander Bracket Core 2. That's fine. I don't care about that. Let's see. What is my Assault score, though? Kind of low. Doesn't really do anything. Pardon me. I just play cars and bend them to my will. So this deck's fine. So you'll see a little bit of my stuff here. I want to make this deck work. Music in the Air is my self-built Miku deck. I used the Child of Lara and Miku. Let's actually just take a look at it. There's very little black. But the theme of this deck is not that. The theme of this deck is music. That is literally the thing. So anything that is music related, an instrument of some sort, so Springleaf Drum, Siren Song Lyre. It's just a bunch of cards that is all music inspired, but it also includes every Miku card in the Miku Secret Layers, particularly in foil. I was off Mondays and I could order them on Mondays, and I ordered both. The only card I don't have is the Encore, or don't and will not have, is the Encore Electromancer, because that shit's expensive. But so some things I had to stretch for. So like music ideas, like you're creative when you're doing music. Curiosity, music. Progress, music. I also needed some mana rocks. Impulse I put in here because the Doctor Who version had a guitar, which was nice, but you're also impulsive for that, so that's always nice. Biden Athasa because it's a tuning fork. I think I like that one the best. Like Shipwreck Singers in here. You see the other Miku cards, Musician. I haven't looked. I built this deck at the beginning of this year when I got my new Miku cards, I have not looked at Final Fantasy's music-based cards for this deck. Seedborn Muse, I specifically want this one because it looks like a stage. Oh, also like place like for lands, I had to get a little creative with it. So Skewer the Critics, which is funny because it's like critics, music, skewer, light up the stage. I put the Rolling Stones in the maybe board because it could work. Deafening Clarion, Ashiok Nightmare Muse. I put snow-covered basics in here because I didn't know what to do with my basics. I have this Inspiring Vantage, the Miku Tower, Scrying Sheets. Oh, that's why I put Snow Basics, because of Scrying Sheets. But Spectator Seating? Undergrowth Stadium? I was like, alright. The Rakdos Carnarium. Maestro's Theater. When I enter, sacrifice it. What do you do? Search your library for a basic island, swamp, or mountain card. Why not? Tune the Narrative, Angel Song. So yeah, I really like this deck. Gabos. New deck. So I am going to make another mono red deck based on Ashling. Yes, Avis? Okay. I just listened. All that you guys just sat in silence. My bad. Man Zone. I think this is the music. Oh no, it wasn't. Oh well. Uh, Flame Dancer? Yeah, Ashling Flame Dancer. So she's getting up there in price because I was talking with a friend yesterday and I was trying to think of ideas for today's stream. And I was like I was looking at Ashling because I was looking at my elementals deck and I was like, "Oh, right. Um there's a new mechanic, brand new mechanic that goes really well with this card in particular. And I can't use Vivi in this deck because it would be against the rules. But I might be able to pull something off. So I'm gonna put a ruby medallion in here because they're always going to be expensive. Um, Soul Ring. Command Tower because fuck you. 34 mountains. Oracle. Fire bending. Let's look. Actually, I'm going to do this instead. Bravo. My bad for bumping mic. Fire bending. IDR. Okay. Firebending student. What's firebend? Attention to. Red soldier. Okay, create one of the soldiers. That's nice. You know, the firebending lessons might actually be really nice for the second ability of Ashley. Where, like, oh, whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery, discard, draw a card. Okay. If it's the second time it's happened, deals 2 damage to a creature, to each opponent and each creature they control, and then add 4. Fire Nation attacks seems way too high for what it does. Yes, you get 2 free soldiers. 2 red 2/2 soldiers with firebending 1. But on turn 5? In a deck like this? Fire Nation cadets. I like that. I think there's also an Iroh I need to get. Hey, speaking of Iroh. Just dump a bunch of red on this. Oh, deal damage 10. 50 damage to any target. I'm gonna add a bunch of cards that I think would work well in this, like round firebending, and then start trimming if I need to. Oh, there's not a lot of cards that just say firebending. Ran and Sag, Ran and Shaw are really cool for a dragon deck. You could technically even make them your commander and make it a lesson deck. Sozin's Comet's really, really cool. I did it again. So sorry. I'm listening to music. You guys aren't. Whenever I play a spell during combat, the rhinos are kind of whatever. $48 cards that are all based on firebending. Yes, thank you. Close. Let's see. There were cards in Thunder Junction. Yes, I'm on Card Kingdom. Oh well. OTJ. Okay, that's what I wanted. There's also going to be like some other like just good red attackers like professional facebreaker. I think is really nice or would be really nice in this deck just because I am attacking. Probably some Boros cards like Boros Guild cards. I'm also going to put Lava Spur Roots in here because I think it's funny. I like this Magebane lizard. It's kind of cool. Quick draw. Quick draw. Let's think. This slick shot show off. I've seen them before. And their prowess, like, the only reason why I didn't put it in my Dolls deck is because every creature in that deck is lower than 3 power. Granted, I have Anim Bakal in that deck, and Anim can get pretty big, but I don't think it would work out. Could I put Gutter Snipe in this deck? I'm not really casting a lot of spells. Like, Professional Facebreaker is just cool to have in this deck. I could put Ancient Copper Dragon in here. Just to get more value from treasures. Yes, he's $73. Yes, I also own one right now. A lot of people might think, oh yeah, just an Ancient Copper Dragon, but me, oh, being so tight on money right now. Oh, that might be an idea. Let's see. Fire Diamond I might put in there. Fire Crystal? The Fire Crystal. Let's see what it does. Sure. Okay. And then I was just thinking of something. Oh, Gilded Lotus, because I could just add 3 red to my mana pool. Not really making a lot of creatures. Oh, oh, that's where those. Yes. Sure. Funny thing about Ruby Medallion, it makes Fire Crystal cheaper. Because Fire Crystal's red. So I only mentioned, like, I'm not making a lot of creatures because, like, Perforos and, like, other, like, Impact Tremors, Goblin Bombardment. The Goblin Bombardment sacrifice a creature. Let's put a, before I braid. Lightning Bolt. I also really love this card. Go through a red staple list. Ruby Medallion. Oh. Oh, no. I think Shattering Spree is really funny. I am so happy I did not unmute. I can't play Dockside though. He's gone. I would play Dockside if I could. Oh, Underworld Breach, Jessica's Will. Jessica's Will is, I think, that one game changer that I would actually run in this deck. And the reason why is Underworld Breach. Like, say I get board wiped. Oh no, all my creatures are gone. All my firebending creatures. I can Underworld Breach them all back to the field. And exile 3 other cards from the graveyard. But Jessica's Will would also just outright obliterate them, and then I could also do the top 3. Play them until the end of my next turn. Do I put Dire Fleet Daredevil in here? That's nice. I didn't unmute again. My. Here, have some more. Sitting in silence for so long. I think so. I don't want to put a Wheel of Fortune. Aggravated Assault? Oh. Multiple combats is really funny. Wait a minute. Can I get infinite combats? I. Oh. If I can make 5 mana every combat and then keep my mana throughout the combat, that makes this card broken. Now, hear me out. This card's nice, but I don't need it. Here's what I'll do for Naheb. So the Naheb combo is really interesting. But I'll put him on the maybe board. Right. Hey, let's just Chaos Warp stuff. Cursed Mirror. I can see it. And Cursed Mirror is an interesting way of being like, yes, I created a second professional face breaker, punch you in the face. I have a lot of cards just not. Do I Mana Geyser? Now, Blasphemous Act is a little counterintuitive, but I'm okay with it. Did I put the Copper Dragon in here? Thought I did. Yes, I did. Okay. Vandal Blast? No, I think just having a braid is fine. Now, I'm going to put Stormkiln in here just because I am casting a lot of spells. Instant and sorceries. Oh, Ragavan. Monkey. Oh, right. I forgot to put one thing in here. Anger. I'll put the snipe in here. I am now patting. What? No. How about you just don't, uh, randomly drop your, Discord name in here. That's nice. Actually have a conversation. Not just be like, hey, yeah, I'm at work, but, drop this. No, I'm not going to deal with that. Do I put the monkey in here? I'm going to put Chandra's Ignition in here. That's nice. Damn. Glad that's not coming through. No, I think I'll just leave. Leave that meeting. Now, shared animosity. I think it will be okay on that one. The last Agni Kai, I like this art, but it reminds me of Counterbalance. So every time I see it, it's like, oh, that's Counterbalance. No, it's just the last Agni Kai. You know, thematically, redirect lightning. Alright, just reading cards here. Dark Side's ban. Oh, you know what? Return the favor. It actually goes well with some things that's happening in this deck. You know what? Fuck it. Mystics Mastery is an as interesting card to resolve. And I'm going to put it in this deck. Okay. Oh yeah, Turian Muller. Like, I feel like this is mostly a red deck, like a red beatdown deck, with a sprinkle of uh fire bending, which I mean is okay. Where's my like all red? Yes, mostly 2 and 3 drops. That's fine. 8 plus, meh. Mostly lands. I'm getting up there in creatures. Oh, oh, you know what? Captain Lannery Storm is actually, ooh. Captain Lannery Storm's nice because whenever I sacrifice a treasure, she gets +1/+0 until end of turn. But I don't lose my mana with Ashling. Ooh. Actually, Firebrand Archer. Be nice. Kind of already went through some of these. Like, I'm looking at a list off screen. I'll put the apprentice in here. Flying blocker. Nice. I'll put impact tremors in here. I won't put Warstorm Surge. See what Karlach. Oh. Karlach. Fury of Avernus. I like Karlach. He's nice. Kessig Flame Breather. Nice. Already have Zuko in here. Do I have Big Score in here? I keep getting repeating cards. Not. I know I'm getting a lot of looters. Untimely. Great train heist. Comet Storm. I got one card to add. Just one. Electro Dominant. I think putting Electro Dominance in here would be nice. So this was kind of just a deck that I was like, yeah, let's make it. I did not know I was going to put so many instants in here. Or sorceries. Do I put Velocud in here? I think Velocud would be funny. War Room. Monocolor deck. War Room. Also, I got an ad that is in Spanish. I don't understand any of it. Myriad Landscape. I don't want to put in too many utils. But having ways to actually shuffle the deck would be nice. Oh, Escape Tunnel? Standard legal? There's so many fetch lands. Okay. I'm putting Velokut in here. Molten Pinnacle. Because why not? Just a lightning bolt on playing a land? Maybe two? Alright. So that's this deck. This deck's nice. Will I ever, like, actually build it? Maybe not. But I do think the deck would work. Yeah, I like this deck. Well, that's that deck. Now, I got a new thing. A couple new things. I kind of mentioned it earlier. Uh, okay. Okay. So, I kind of mentioned it earlier in the stream, but I got a thing. I got a few different things. So let's just go to this scene. Haha! My hands. Um, so in my mail today, I got my order for some things. I got an extra breeding pool because why not? Y'shtola to put into Y'shtola because her ability is just dumb. At the beginning of your end step, exile target creature you control, then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. If it's the first end step of the turn, there's an additional end step. And then it triggers again. So it triggers itself twice. And then Y'shtola's deck is actually really nice. And then I got High-Fae Trickster and Sig for that deck too. This I think needs to go into Omo. I don't have very many breeding pools. It was either breeding pool or stomping ground. Probably should have gotten the stomping ground, now that I think about it. But the store I ordered them from, which is a local store, or my LGS, I don't think had the stomping ground I want. So, yeah. Anyway, there's that. And I ended up getting me one of these. The Avatar. Upside down. Avatar box. Which was nice. I ended up getting Kyoshi in that. So I'm actually very happy about it. Then came with this nifty ass box with Sozin on one side and then Aang on the other. I really like that. It's really nice, surreal type. Hey, look. Corrupt court official. Yeah. Oh. Not here. Dai Li agents. It's nice. I just showed the top of my head, but I honestly do not care. Wow. That is actually not bad. But the Dai Li agent, agent. Yeah, that was a nice gift. Now I have this off everything. Um, I'm still playing with lighting because if you see up here, on this card here, you can't see what this is up here. I don't normally play from over here, but the rest of the list is illuminated. Now, unfortunately, can't see behind my head over here, but up here you can kind of see it. You can kind of see it over here. But the problem with this is my camera. Camera is a chore. I unfortunately cannot focus. If I get a card close, you can't even read it, so I kind of have to read it out loud anyway. So, but that's nice. So now I can show off stuff and maybe play some games of Spell Table with friends. That's always an option. But I'm gonna head out for the night. I know it's only been what, an hour? 2 hours? Hour and a half. Okay, I need to set one of those up. But so I'm gonna get out for the night. I know this is still here. But thank you for watching. I love these chives. Anyway, I'm going to go for the night. Maybe post this on YouTube later. I still need to post last week's. I know last week's was like an hour long, but still a Magic Monday that I need to do. So that's nice. Have a good night, everyone. Bye-bye. Oh, new Pokemon on the 10th. New Pokemon DLC on the 10th. I might do it. It depends. I need to do some more figuring, but that depends. Maybe some more Kirby this week. Maybe actually start city trial checkboxes. Hopefully. I don't think I'll be busy this week, but I have other things maybe to do. Anyway, have a good night. Bye-bye.